Hi everybody, happy fall day everybody. It's a beautiful fall day. We're getting close to the peak. Not just yet, but we're getting there. So we're going to make a delicious fall homemade maple walnut cake. Delicious. Add in 1 1/2 sticks of unsalted butter. I always use Breakstone, it's my favorite brand. Now, we're going to add in, make sure we have enough sugar. I'm a little leery of it. We have a little bit more sugar. This is only brown sugar, folks. You don't use white sugar for this. Okay, perfect. 1 1/2 cups of brown sugar. Make sure it's light brown sugar, folks. Now, what I want to do now is I'm going to cream the butter and sugar together. We're going to add in the egg. In 3 eggs. Now, keep in mind, this is butter-based, folks, all right? Okay, 1 egg at a time. It's very sweet, but it's delicious. It's always served in the fall. Drop an eggshell in, do not worry about it. It happens all the time. Okay. Butter here. Here we go. Folks, if you can, try to use pure maple syrup, but if you don't have it, there's nothing you can do about it. It'll still taste just as good. I'm now adding in syrup is the most sticky stuffings. 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Now, if you can, try to use pure maple syrup. It's the best. But if you can't find it, don't worry about it. You can use the other kind. But if you have to use Aunt Jemima or any other kind, you can. All right. I got the mix of syrup. It's very sticky. What I want to do is just add in just a dash of maple extract. Just a dash. Folks, it smells so good. Yeah, right now in New England, they're maybe past the peak. We're not even sure yet. But I went up there many years ago in New England. It's breathtaking. Oh, it smells good. It smells so good, folks. Oh. Now, we're going to the dry. Okay. I'm going to take my flour. I'm adding in 2 cups of all-purpose flour. This is going to be my dry. Let me get rid of this maple extract. This can last me for a long time. And when I need it again, I'm sure for the fall. Many more dishes coming up for this time of the year. All right. I'm trying to make sure this is all clean. We don't want to take any chances and mix syrup with anything because syrup is the most sticky substance outside of molasses. Alright, now I'm adding in 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to alternate the dry with the milk. Folks, it smells fantastic. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. 1. I absolutely love fall. Fall is such a beautiful time of the year, folks. Oh. 2. Now, if you drop any flour, if you can save it, you save it. This is not really savable. We're going to have to get rid of this. A few minutes ago, I accidentally spilled maple syrup. Look, just a drop. Okay. Now the baking powder and baking soda. Let's close this, and we're going to go to the baking powder and the baking soda. I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of each. Then we're going to alternate the dry with the wet. Here we go. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Just have to find it. Where are you, little devil? Here we go. 1 teaspoon. As I smell that maple, oh, it smells delicious. Here we go. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Well, yeah, it was like yesterday. My parents took me up to New England. Oh, folks, it was absolutely beautiful. We went up to go on the fall foliage, and New Jersey is very close also. All right. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We have to use both in this cake, okay? There's a reason for everything when you make a cake. You never know what the reason is, but there's always a reason. Now, the next thing is I have to whisk this together. My daughter has this thing about whisking, so we're going to whisk. Okay, now I'm going to grab my milk. All right, I'm taking out 1 cup of milk. Where's my measurement? Here it is, folks. All right. Use whole milk, please. Always use whole milk when you bake. Sometimes you can use buttermilk, but please, at all times use. I'm also going to make sure my parchment paper starts getting greased. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to alternate, folks, with the dry and with the milk. Then we're going to add in the walnuts as soon as this is all mixed together. Now please, folks, don't worry about the batter being loose. It's supposed to be loose. Now I just have to grab my spoon. We're going to actually stir this together. Make sure this is clean. I'm going to add in the walnuts. You want to make sure your parchment paper is greased at all times, folks. Mix this together. This is a fall treat, folks. Now I'm going to grab my walnuts. We don't have many left. It's just enough for this cake today. We're probably going to have to get more. I also want to make sure we garnish the top. We just have enough. All right, perfect. Add a little bit more in. Okay, now, I want to make sure my parchment paper is thoroughly greased. Because you don't want any stickage with it. All over the place, greased out parchment paper. I always use parchment paper, folks. There's a reason for it, because it can stick very easy to the bottom, and it's happened already. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go to the next one. Wait till you see when it's finished, when we actually are able to garnish the top of it. It's going to be beautiful with white frosting, and we're going to also use some nuts as garnishment. Okay, now, I'm going to take this. Try to make sure you have the equal amount. Sometimes it's hard. Here we go. Gosh, it smells like New England. It smells so beautiful. What is it with cinnamon and maple? I don't know, but it's, oh, what a fantastic. Bake this for about a half an hour. It's a delicious maple walnut cake. Please, folks, use vanilla frosting. It's delicious. It goes great over maple walnut cake. Oh, I just love the smell of walnuts and syrup. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, a little bit on the bottom. You don't need a lot in the middle. Okay. We don't have that much. I really want to garnish the top. I just want to put a little bit on the bottom too. Here we go. Now we're going to go to the next step. We're going to grab the top, get it right out. This is what is so good about parchment paper. Here we go. One of them is a little bit bigger than the other, but okay. Now we're going to garnish the top in a second. I'm just going to get this spread out. One time I went to New England. I'm telling you, folks, I have the best maple walnut cake you can imagine.
Amber, come here.
Folks, this is what a maple syrup jug looks like. If you have one of these, you have it made. It's whipped vanilla frosting. It's delicious. It goes great over maple walnut cake. Oh, look how beautiful this is coming along, folks. I literally cannot wait to have this. Oh, it smells good. Oh. Okay, now, the finishing touch. Look how beautiful that is. I'm using up my walnuts today. We might as well get rid of them all because I'm just about out of them. We'll have to get fresh walnuts next week. Here we go. And here we have a delicious maple walnut cake in honor of fall season from Deborah's Home Country Kitchen. Have a great day, and please subscribe to our wonderful YouTube channel.